What's up, YouTube? GameOver86 coming back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch online service coming this fall. Give you guys some of my thoughts and my opinions on what they should bring, and talk a little bit about what they've already mentioned in their service when it comes this fall. So if you guys are new to this channel and you guys do appreciate this video, hit the subscribe button, share this video, leave me a like, leave a comment down below, and I'll always get back with you guys. And for all my returning subscribers and my new subscribers that just subscribed to these recent videos that I just posted, I appreciate every single one of you, and I do appreciate the support and kind words. Keep up what you guys are doing. I hope everybody stays healthy and happy out there. And let's get into this thing where I'm going to be talking about the service of Nintendo and what they should bring, and hopefully it won't be a failure. So first off, let's talk about the Nintendo Switch online service that's coming this fall. They say that it's going to be $20 a year. They also say that they are going to be bringing some games to it, possibly NES games, for free for having this service every month. I think that's great. I think that Nintendo's trying to hit a home run on a curveball, and I don't want them to get struck out. I see this as a good service because of the price. I don't actually see this as a great service because of the games. And I'm not dogging it. First off, for all the Nintendo fans out there, I'm a Nintendo fan especially. Let me just get this off my chest. I love the NES, I love the Super NES, I love the Nintendo 64, all these other games that came after it and before it. I do appreciate Nintendo doing this. But this is the very first time I do believe that Nintendo is charging for a service. And they have been known to not making the best online. They've been known for not making the best online games, multiplayer. They've always been strictly just local play, family fun, friendly games. They've never really been known for streaming games and being such a great thing when it comes to that. So they're stepping into a world that's something new to them. So I want all the Nintendo fans out there to beware. Be aware of all the stuff that could possibly happen that could possibly ruin this. And I'm going to speak positive about it, but I'm going to be giving you guys my opinions on what I think they should be doing and what I think they should bring, first and foremost, for this thing to be a great service. So let's start talking about $20 for an NES game. $20 a month to play what games are online right now. There's only a few games that you can really play for online that are kind of competitive, but I wouldn't say like ultra competitive. I would just say like fun competitive, where you're not going to get mad and break your TV or throw your remote. So you got Splatoon. I know there's going to be more games coming at E3. Nintendo fans, sit back, just relax. But when it comes to online playing, this is where I go back and I leave videos in the past that I've talked about this. This is why I say some of the ports that they were talking about bringing aren't ports that people would want. And now I'm going to come full circle to what I fully meant now that I can say other videos and do other videos. And I hope you appreciate this, because I put a lot of time in this and a lot of effort and a lot of writing into doing these videos. And I'm sorry that I got to drink some coffee. Give me just a second. It's early in the morning when I'm shooting this video, so bear with me. I'm sorry. I had to get a drink of coffee. But like I always say, it's fucking decaf anyway, so fuck it. Anyway, the games that they should have brought should have been all their multiplayer platform games. Now, I know what you're thinking. They can bring these games that they've already talked about, like Dynasty Wars, Hyrule Warriors. They're bringing Captain Toad Treasure Tracker and Tropical Freeze. But they're really not multi-playing platform games. Now, I'm not saying they won't add stuff to it for free, or add it with the $20 service that you pay for, or add the extra characters that you may get when Super Smash Bros. Drops. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if they're going to be bringing an online service come this fall, I hope that at E3 we get some news about what games are going to be coming. Because the games that they've already announced aren't really online platform. I'm going to pay $20 a month for that. And especially when you just get an NES game. Now, don't get me wrong. I love NES games. I'm a big fan of NES games. I got a ton of NES games. I'm a big fan. But the one platformed game console that they should be bringing, if they're not even going to take Virtual Console into effect and bring that to the platform, to the Switch, why not start with the Nintendo GameCube? Bring me a free game every month. Now, it don't have to be something extravagant right off the bat. We don't have to have Metroid Prime. We don't have to have, Mario Sunshine. Hell, we don't even have to have Super Smash Bros. Melee or Mario Kart Double Dash or any of them games that were really big sellers back when the GameCube came out. But what they could do is they could be bringing us some of them GameCube games that we all enjoyed. Them were just some. There were so many GameCube games that were so fun that they could bring and give to us fans that are going to be now paying $20 to play. And not only pay to play these games that don't really have a whole lot of games that are online big time playing, so $20 a year I guess is a fair deal. But every month that you get 12 NES games. Well, why don't you switch it up every month? So instead of getting an NES game in January, and then in February you get an NES game, why don't you make it a Super Nintendo? Why don't you put a poll out there for all the Nintendo fans around the world to vote? And list 4 or 5 games, and you take that game. But make sure they're also very competitive and very hard to pick from, so you don't get one just big-time bias. I mean, if you put a game on there that everybody's going to want, obviously everybody's going to vote it. But if you put a majority of where there's games that everybody wants and make them vote, that would make it better to where Nintendo sits back and looks at their fan base and goes, you know what? 62% of them said that they want, Mario Sunshine. The other, 30% wants this game, and then the other 8% wants this game. Yes, I did 100% finally perfect in the right way, I think. So anyway, that's the biggest thing that I want them to really tell us before I'm going to pay $20 for a service. I mean, it's a great deal. I say that I probably won't pay it. I'll probably pay $20 because $20 a year is a pretty killer deal, even if they don't have a whole lot of games right now out. Now, to get back to my point of where I said they shouldn't be porting some of these games right off the bat, and I got a lot of flack for that. A lot of Nintendo fans or fanboys were really, just jumping in the comment section saying, well, these games, have you ever played them? They're really fun. Yes, I've played them. But if you're trying, and I'm always coming from a positive outlook from it. So everybody that gets negative and makes fun of my beard, my neck beard, or ask me all these other personal questions, like I said before, it's not going to fucking faze me. So just ask actual questions or give me, some good positive comments, even if they're negative, but don't degrade, and I'll get back with you. If you're just going to leave stupid ass bullshit, I just won't even message you. To me, because that's not even relevant what we're talking about. But to be honest, the reason why I brought up them ports is because I knew that Nintendo is going to be bringing an online service. And to sell an online service, what kind of shit do you need on it? Online games, online multiplayers. That's where I thought Super Mario Maker would have been a great way to announce, hey, this is our first game that's coming to the online service. A ton of people love that game. That was a great game that I never got a chance to play. If they port that game, I will pay for it. I mean, yeah, I could have bought it a long time ago, but money was tight and shit, I just didn't get around to buying it. But when it comes to overall playability, that game, it's one of their biggest sellers. Then you can drop Super Smash Brothers or announce a new one or whatever, or port that over. That, to me, would be a great idea. So when I was talking about the service and ports, bring some ports that are going to be popular on the online service. Because we all love Nintendo. We all love their games. But we don't want to be force-fed games that aren't as fun as what you could have been giving us, especially when we're paying for a service come this fall. Because like Microsoft and Sony's got in common, they're paying for a service and they're paying a hell of a lot more than what Nintendo will be charging. But their service is good online. You can play online really pretty good. Xbox has got a really good online service. Sony does too. But I think Xbox just runs, I think, a lot better when it comes to that. So Nintendo better stay focused when it comes to that. And I don't think that they realize how much that's going to take. I mean, that's why I think they're really starting to port some of these games over to kind of lighten the mood when it comes to selling this service, but they're doing it in a wrong way. They're doing it in a way where I would do a different game every month to keep it fresh. Nobody wants, Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, and then the next month, we get just these other games that, because there were so many NES games that people just don't realize or really care about. But if you drop a big time NES game, and then a big time Super Nintendo game, and then a big time Nintendo 64, and then a GameCube, and then a Wii or a Wii U game, that way we feel like our money's going towards something positive. And them games that you're bringing into that service, you're bringing on online multi-playing kind of games, and you can bring them over from the old generational consoles that Nintendo made and make them playable on their service. I believe that's what they should do, and I think they probably may mention that at E3 a little bit more. So I'm not jumping the gun. I'm just giving you guys my opinion on what I think the Nintendo service should do. Another thing that I hope that they do when it comes to the paying and the service, that they hopefully will get this servers and everything focused and finished properly. I would hate to pay $20 and just to play, Splatoon 2, which is a fun game, but play Splatoon 2 and then it start to become laggy or it start to not run well and all that stuff. Because strictly, I'm going to say this one more time, and I don't want anybody to be all offended by it, but Nintendo's getting into something they've never gotten into. They've stayed, clear from this online pay service, and they've always been free. And it has worked out in their favor to an extent. But a lot of their games aren't online playing games. A lot of them are just platform games that you can beat in 8 hours and have fun with your kids or friends that come over to your house. A lot of them aren't, man, I'm going to log on and be playing for 8 hours straight, like a pub, like a Fortnite, like Monster Hunter, or like Call of Duties, or Madden. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. So when they get into this service, all I'm saying is if I'm going to pay $20 a year, which is a damn good deal, I want some games, I want my opinion, and I want to be heard. I want my voice. I want all of our, when I say my, I mean all of our voices to be heard, and we should be able to let Nintendo, hey, we don't want just NES games, which are great, but we would like a variety of games to come. Why would I pay $20 a year to get a 99-cent Nintendo game that none of us have really even heard of? Now, I know there's people out there who've got every Nintendo game ever, and you played it one time, or you didn't even play it, you just collected it, and it's got more dust on that damn thing than your vacuum cleaner's got in the back. What I'm saying are there's a lot of Nintendo NES games that are junk, but there's a lot of them that are really great. And I just don't want to be force-fed into believing that we're going to be getting these great NES titles when they could be really, really making that service great. Because it tells me $20, well, what are we paying for? A $2 NES game, a $1 NES game, and then $19 goes to your service that maybe, not running well. So what I believe they should do, and I hope they announce this at E3 when they talk about their service, and hopefully they will, that they're going to be porting, before their service starts, Super Mario Maker. They're going to be porting Super Smash Brothers. Or they got a new Super Smash Brothers in the mix. That would be even better. Because I would hate to have to pay for Super Smash Brothers again, but I will, because that's one port that I would play over and over again compared to the other ones that take 2 to 3 hours to beat, and then you're just done with the game. There's no replayability, is what I'm saying, from the other games that they're porting right now. So if they bring some games that actually are fun, and games that, they're going to say, hey, this is what's going to be played on here. Also, third-party titles would be played on there too. I know Payday's on there. I know Doom's on there. I know all these games are on there. But how well will they run on their service is what I want to know. Okay? They have to dummy down a lot of these games for the Switch, because the Switch ain't powerful enough to run all of them at that high of standards like the PlayStation 4 Pro or the Xbox One X or the originals. So will it be able to run these games online? Because we've already seen some games ported that just look god-awful, like WWE 2K18. I mean, are you going to be able to play online with people? You can't even play single player. So I hope that they get this service thing figured out when they release it coming this fall. And I hope that they bring a different like lineup of games every month instead of the same NES for a whole year and then Super NES. They could release games per month to hype up other games for the next month. So if they're releasing Metroid Prime 4, let's say they're releasing it in January of 2019. In December of 2018, they could release a Metroid Prime from the GameCube or a Metroid Prime from the Game Boy Advance. And if they do smaller games like that, they could do a Game Boy Color or a NES Metroid. They could release it like that. If they're going to release, Super Mario Maker, they could do that as well. They could hype up something else. If they're going to release new games like Pokemon, why don't you release the red, the blue, the silver versions of Pokemon and drop them for like the Game Boy Color or the Game Boy or whatever, and then drop Pokemon Snap or Pokemon Stadium for the GameCube. Don't give me one Game Boy Color game if you're going to go small. Give us 2 or 3, and then give us an NES game. I'm not saying give like as in I want everything and I don't want to pay shit for it, but don't give us like one game 1 month and then you want us to play these games and play on your service, but you're releasing a great game that's really not going to be an online service game, and I'm not going to play on your online service for that month. You want people to play online, so you got to also pander to the people that are wanting to strictly get this for online play. And I just think that Nintendo needs to step back and realize that, look, because they've already postponed this before. They said that they were coming this March with the online service, and I'm just saying, like, they say that they're going to be releasing online service, and I hope that it's great. I hope that it's worth it. And like I said, $20 is worth it, but I hope all the stuff that comes with the service is worth it. So in my opinion, they need to bring different set lineup of games every month. Not whether it be NES 1 month and then Nintendo 64 and then Wii and then a GameCube and back and forth Super NES and whatnot. That would be great. They also need to bring more multi-playing games to the service from their side. Nintendo only. Not all the third-party titles out there, but from them. So if they're going to bring over other ports, like I said, this is another thing. Bring over Super Mario Maker and make that your big port right before the service, releases. That would really sell the service. I know a lot of people on there have been dying to play that game again, especially on the Switch. So in my opinion, 3 things they could fix, and I hope are fixed, they should bring. Because they haven't brought it yet, so they can't fix it. But 3 things they should bring. A variety of games to choose from as fans, whether it be on their service where we go to log in or Nintendo.com. We can go there and just log in and vote. That would be nice. Different lineup of games every month, so it's not the same console gen game like NES, because that'll get boring and repetitive. And then the third thing is make sure that you're porting over games that have multiplayer service ability so that people will play that game on your service rather than you just release nothing and then you're using all these third-party games to play. Because there's a lot of people that possibly may be playing Payday 2. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's more people playing Payday 2 on a different console than the Switch. So that's fact. And I just don't want Nintendo to hype up this thing so much to where we pay and we're really not getting a great service. We're really not getting games worth it every month. So that's the big question I ask. Nintendo fans out there, leave me comments. Let me know what you guys hope that they do with the service. What I want is I want them to drop some GameCube games first, some Nintendo 64 titles, some Super NES, and some NES, and then some Wii and Wii U. And then second, I want them to port games that have multiplayer abilities like Super Smash Bros. And Mario. Even Mario 3D World would be nice. And Super Mario Maker. And then lastly, I want their service to run great. I want them to make it run great to where I feel good getting on there and playing a game and not having it, mess up or lag out. Because, like I said before, and this is the very last time I say it, Nintendo's getting into something they've never really messed with. And I hope that they do it great. I hope that you guys enjoy this channel. Leave me a thumbs up if you did. Leave me a thumbs down if you don't. Leave me a comment on what you guys think that Nintendo Switch service should bring, should have, and leave me a share, or excuse me, leave me a comment, and I'll get back to you guys on that as well. Share this video if you guys have friends out there that want to know about the Nintendo Switch and the service, or if they have other ideas, leave them down in the comments below. If you're new to this channel, subscribe. All my returning subscribers, thank you once again for all the support you guys have given me and all the kind words that you guys have shared message-wise, comment-wise. I do appreciate it very, very much. And in the near future, I will be bringing some gameplay streams to the YouTube channel. And I will also be doing other fun things in the upcoming future videos to bring also entertainment, because I love to write comedy. So Nintendo fans out there, once again, hit the subscribe button if you're new, leave me a comment, hit the thumbs up, share this video. Check me out also on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm going to be leaving fun little things to do there, fun things to vote on, fun things to share, fun things to talk about in this community of this world that we live in. We play games. And anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Game Over 86 is always out. Peace, guys.